All right, should we get started?
Let's do it.
And then just immediately go off topic. I think that's the best way. Hello and welcome back to our Nogger You Film Reviews. Mwah, 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 mwah. Boys Club. This is your host, Jay Hunter, joined as ever by the unjobbable V1.
What is the story?
As thanks for people pledging 50 wing wangs or 5 clim clams, I've offered to review any film they want. And we're going to kick it off with our buddy Keaton's choice of Alien from 1979.
Good choice, mate. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate it.
Let's get you up to speed. Alien, the film that launched the careers of director Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver, who was an off-Broadway star before this, Ripley becoming the greatest action heroine of all time.
Yes.
The brainchild of Dan O'Bannon, who made a goofy sci-fi horror student flick called Dark Star, which had a very similar plot. Super low budget. Man, the alien, clearly a painted beach ball. It's hilarious. But showed massive potential and was directed by John Carpenter. Yeah. Who did The Thing and he did the Halloween.
Oh, he did Vampires.
Vampires?
Vampires.
Which one?
Your man fucking... Oh, goddamn motherfucking cheese! I can't think of his name.
James Woods.
James Woods, thank you. Yeah, he's in it.
What do you mean I gotta give 2 weeks notice? What? Damn freaking no good mother... Jeez!
Pegged to be a very cheap film, fifth choice director Ridley Scott got some sweet storyboards made by French comic book artist Mobius, who is Jean Giraud. Fox saw it, went awesome and doubled their budget. Up to 8.4 million. Who designed the Xenomorph? Now famous Swiss artist H.R. Geiger. Awesome.
Yeah.
Terrifying pictures.
An amazing job. He's like the most iconic I think there is. This alien is much cooler than anything in Star Wars, Star Trek.
Oh, they had that blue guy with the nose. They had the Return of the Jedi, the special edition CGI thing that sings into the screen with the massive lips. A bit of Dexter Jetster from Attack of the Clones. No one will forget Dexter Jetster.
Who's the little Mexican-looking alien in Star Wars? The fellow with the big eyes and he looks like he has a big dirty Sanchez. I love him.
By all accounts, it was a horrendous shoot, constant budget and time constraints. When starting production, there were 9 producers on set at all times.
What?
Going, ooh, what are you taking so long? Oh, if I can get the shot. The original Kane was played by John Finch, who had to leave due to diabetic complications. And John Hurt was brought in. He was actually unavailable to take it in the first place. He was off making Dune, and that film fell through completely. Despite all that, filmed summer to autumn in 1978 at Shepperton Studios near London, which is where Red Dwarf was filmed from season 3 onwards, and racking up multiple awards, including an Oscar for visual effects, 2 BAFTAs for production design and sound, racking up 105 million in 1979 money, which is 278 million today, which is the highest grossing of all the Alien films adjusted.
Really? Aliens didn't do better than this?
Well, inflation-wise, yeah, it's about the same.
I'm kind of shocked.
Let's see if its 8.5 on IMDb and 97% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes is justified. Let's do it. Act 1, curtain up, ominous scrolling intro through space. When it came in, it just said Star Beast. Kill the film, stone dead.
Star Beast.
6 minutes go by before we hear them chatting over breakfast. I loved how unimpressed the crew are with kind of life on board. Like, they're smoking in the drive room, there's ripped seats, they're complaining about the food, arguing wanting their full share.
Yeah,
It's like usually there's kind of majesty of space and exploration, and it's clean and it's bright and it's futuristic, and it's a bit of a shithole.
It's a bit of a shithole. The Matrix 1 kind of has the same feeling when they go to their ship. Is it the Nebuchadnezzar or something
Very
like
good.
that? Dirty, grimy, grungy. Liberally took from Alien as well. Everything has.
I think maybe Star Wars would be the first one to show like a grimy ship. I mean, well, the first one to make it popular, to kind of go away from the gloss and get into the kind of mining, dirty, rusty look.
Yeah,
to
there's
it,
no beady here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, and Niall. Where's my hard drive?
Long, empty corridor shots, big bang of dead space.
Yeah.
And every sci-fi movie that came out. And finally, the ship comes to life computing something, and it wakes up the 7 crew members of the mining ship Nostromo. The crew find out they've been woken up early, still about halfway home, about 10 months away, due to the ship picking up a distress beacon. Just have a look outside. Oh man, it's just looking at these massive miniatures, these bigatures, if you watch Lord of the Rings. I think they hold up 40 years later.
I fucking love how the 1979 version of the future looks. Big, dirty CRT with green text, buttons and ka-dunk dials, and I love it.
It should have been all panelled in wood veneer.
Oh, yeah.
That indoor, that indoor cabin look. Yeah.
I like it.
They land on the planetoid. A few of them suit up and head down to explore the source of the distress. Might as well. Landing damages the ship, which will take time to fix.
And it lands on like a little pebble, and the ship just has a stroke and just breaks.
Entering the big, giant, croissant alien starcraft. Hey, it's the set of Prometheus.
I had a little mark out moment.
With the decayed, almost fossilized skeleton of a gigantic humanoid, the space jockey in the cockpit.
Space jockey.
Yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah,
Really?
they gave it at the time. Yeah.
Is this the white dude that puts the blue shit in the water at the start?
Yeah, of
It is
Prometheus.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
But when he gets in the cockpit, there's like a kind of shell that comes around him that gives it the look of what they're seeing now. Like, you know.
I really need to watch that movie again.
No, you don't. A beautiful miniature set design here. They had to actually fight Fox to make this 26-foot bigature. He said because it was a really important shot, let people know this isn't a stupid cheap B movie.
Yeah, I'm very happy they did. It looked awesome. I just love how this movie looks. It's so alien looking. This is not built by human hands. It just looks so fucking awesome.
Yeah. Also, it's cool they got Ridley Scott and the cinematographer's kids in space suits, so it looks even bigger than it was with the adults beside it. You know?
Very good.
Oh, geez. On closer inspection, well, they appear to be loafers. It looks like something has burst out of the space jockey's ribs.
Long-term booking. I'm impressed.
Kane lowers himself deeper into the ship, finding a mass of alien egg-shaped pods covered by the Who's strobe light, the blue strobe light.
Yeah.
It was literally the Who's because they were testing out lasers for the stage show next door.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And
Oh,
they're like,
wow.
gimme. You might have noticed when he's looking at one of the alien pods, there's slime and it's actually dripping upwards. It's because the egg prop was actually hanging from ceiling down. James Cameron actually had the face hugger puppet and pushed his hands through to jump out.
Oh, that's cool.
Naturally curious, he shines his torch into it and the egg wall is translucent. It's so awesome.
You can see it moving.
Oh my
it's
God.
gross.
The pod opens up with pulsating organ matter inside. And then boom! Face hugger!
Face hugger.
Jumps out.
Into your face.
Into his face and starts hugging it.
Starts hugging it.
Act 2. The lads just, bail out of there, try to get back to the ship. Ripley denies them entry, saying the rules mandate 24-hour quarantine so you don't kill everyone on the ship, mate.
It's fucking right.
But science guy Ash disobeys and opens the airlock anyway to get Kane into the medibay. The baby alien is like a beige, gigantic king crab. It was actually supposed to be green, but when they saw it unpainted, they're like, that's kind of flesh-coloured, but not. Yeah, let's just keep it like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It smashed through a space helmet. Holy shit, it's strong.
Yeah.
Because that's built to withstand space.
Yeah.
And it's attached itself to Kane's face, putting a tube down his mouth, apparently giving him oxygen, wrapping its tail around his neck should anyone try to interfere. See, whenever they poke it, kind of gets a bit tighter like a snake's. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
This is the scariest alien thing ever made.
Did you know, Jay, the facehugger is a metaphor for male rape, as I once read?
I'm imagining more violation than rape. If that I didn't get a sex vibe off it, but, just terrifying because someone's forcing something down your throat.
It's horrific. Yeah. There's something about him latching onto her face and forcing an egg down into your chest. That's the stuff of nightmares.
And they try to pry it off, but find its blood is corrosive and eats through several floors. Booking-wise, it's great. It means you can't just shoot it, but you'll have to find alternative methods.
Which is awesome. You have a cattle prod, you have to get up close. And as Ash said, if his skin is any thicker than theirs, it's just going to shock him. It's going to make him run away, but it's not going to do damage. It's not going to kill him. So it's literally just to keep him away from you. Fuck.
Actually reminds me a bit of Dead Space because Isaac's an engineer.
That's right.
And so all of his weapons are engineers' weapons. So it's like, well, this is for blasting rock. It goes kind of long ways, and that's what we'll have to use, won't we? So they're able to take off into space and set a course back home. Meanwhile, the facehugger has removed itself from Kane and after 3 scares has apparently died.
Yeah.
Very cool autopsy on a real prosthetic prop made of shellfish, oysters and sheep kidney.
Really?
I love this with the real props where they actually go poke at it.
It's so cool.
You can see the fluid and there's bits of texture.
It's really gross. I mean, oh yeah.
Ripley is unhappy about Science Jerk breaking protocol and Captain Dallas takes his side. Did you know Harrison Ford turned down the part of Dallas?
Really?
Yeah, the captain, because he's the kind of the male lead.
Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver beat out Meryl Streep for...
Thank Christ.
Ripley.
That's a good thing.
Anywho, the two drop some nice tidbits of information. This is definitely something that you see throughout the entire film. Whenever they talk, it gives you a bit of information that we'll come back to later in the film. Like, they show someone else can close a door in front of you. She says, casually mentions, we're blind for 2 of our decks. So there's a place where the alien can hide out. They changed the science officer 2 days before shipping out and brought in this new guy. Just serious fucking dodge stuff,
Yeah.
Great news, as Kane has regained consciousness and the crew have a celebratory dinner, the happiest moment of the film.
Yes.
I love how brightly the set is lit for this scene, because it's usually going, the dank, and this one is like beaming, everyone's happy, it's very bright. It doesn't last as, fuck, one of the most iconic movie scenes in history.
Without doubt.
One of the most terrifying ways to die?
Yes. It's awful. Oh my god.
Much like the space jockey earlier, the infant alien bursts through Kane's chest cavity, killing him and spraying everyone with blood. 1 take, 4 cameras. We're not going to tell the crew how much blood we have. We'll give you a basic idea.
Really?
And then that's it. Yeah, you're one Lambert. They just sprayed her with blood, got in her mouth, and she's like, I fucking got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really mean, but really clever because it fucking worked. Some of the people here looked absolutely terrified. I thought John Hurt sold something bursting from his chest so well. This guy should be a wrestler. He sells amazingly. Really great job.
And now you see, like, here's a second version of the alien. So we moved on from the face huggers. Here's the chest burster.
So the alien didn't look as good as kind of memory had it. Like the way it kind of turns and things like that is a bit cheesy.
It was definitely, this alien is kind of on the end of a stick from someone's underneath the table, which is what happened. And there is a dolly and it was manned by a guy and he just kind of runs it along a track and it runs
When
out.
it ran away, I actually laughed out loud. But it's like the only time in the movie where I laughed.
So, oh shit, there's 6 of us left. What are we gonna do? All right, plan A. Stun it with an improvised stun gun, capture it with a net, and bring it back home for analysis.
Where do you keep it?
We have a free one. We just freed one up.
Do have a free one.
I love the tracking device, which just kind of beeps and just changes and heightens when business goes down.
Yeah.
It's what a great device for tension, you know?
It's helping them because they know when something is coming, but they're shitting themselves every time that there's a beep. Brilliant.
Jump scare with a cat.
Fucking Jonesy?
How did they get the cat to hiss on cue? They brought in a German Shepherd and put it in front of the cat, but had like a screen between them and just kind of pulled it up when they needed to hiss, and they'd be pissed off, start hissing, and there we go.
Wow. No animals are harmed in the making of this movie.
Animals were pissed off in the making of this movie. Brett walks around the dimly lit bowels of the ship, finding molted alien skin. So you're saying, oh shit, it's no longer looks like
This is bigger.
small. Yeah.
This is growing at a frightening rate.
This is straight up horror as well when he's walking around by himself.
Totally.
We get the first look at the alien 1 hour into the film and kills him instantly. The xenomorph actually only has 4 minutes of screen time in the entire film. Excellently executed here.
Certain times movies are more frightening when you don't know what's chasing you. I always bring it back to Jeepers Creepers.
Where'd you get those papers?
Yes. I love that movie for the first hour or so. And then when you find out it's fucking Man-Bat,
There's a bit of
I'm just
around the room.
and I'm gone.
Yeah.
But this, they show very, very little of the alien. It's mostly shot up really close. That's probably so that you don't see it's a guy in a suit.
And you don't see the full size of it as well.
Yeah. But its head is terrifying.
Geiger actually, he initially made it with eyes, but then eyes kind of show emotion and humanity. None of that. Take away those eyes.
Nice. Okay. That's cool.
The guy in the suit was actually a Kenyan, Bolaji Badejo. He was 7'1", and you can't teach that.
Points at Dick.
Due to the tail of the suit, he couldn't sit down, so they made him like a special sling to kind of lean against.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if that was in the film. Can you imagine the alien?
The fucking sex swing.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how did it grow so big? Science Jerk mentions that it had nutritional requirements. In an earlier draft of the script, they actually had a different part of the life cycle in there where it was just kind of this centipede thing.
Okay.
And it ate through all of the ship's supplies. And then rested for a bit and grew bigger, you know. But cutting that meant getting a bigger shock when you see the full alien drop down beside him.
Awesome.
I also love that in the advertisements, promotions, posters and all that, they never showed the alien. They showed you the egg, the outside of the egg.
Yeah.
And that's it. So when this thing comes out, oh, fuck!
Awesome. That's so cool.
Right, he's dead.
Yeah.
Plan B. It's in the air ducts, so let's close off the hatches, getting it into an airlock and flush it into outer space.
That's a good plan.
Captain Dallas goes into the air duct. On comms, Lambert tells him the alien is close. Then it's gone missing. Shit, it's back on the radar behind him, coming up against him. He gets out of the area and right into its...
I was waiting on this scene for the whole movie. I don't mean to be mean, because this is obviously a great movie and the alien is terrifying. Why did he have to open his arms? Could he not just have wailed at it or its tongue thing come out?
Yeah. Yeah, not the scariest arm movements. They give me a hug, basically. Act 3. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Rabble. What's plan C? Let's try plan B again. There's 4 people left. Yeah, so much like a true slasher horror, the kill count is picking up quicker and quicker one by one.
Yeah.
It took 56 minutes for the first kill, 11 minutes for the next, and 8 minutes for number 3. This kind of ratcheting up the intensity is quite like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where it's one kill, one, stock, kill,
Yes.
kill, you know?
Yeah.
Ripley's now in command and overrides the ship's computer, Mother, to tell it a secret protocol and finds the revelation. Mission objectives. Priority 1, ensure return of organism for analysis. All other considerations secondary.
Crew expendable. 2 words.
There it is. Yeah.
Absolutely love this. Just drip feeding more info. Planting seeds for future movies and future plots. I love it.
Horrendous evil corporation there.
Yeah.
Black and white here. Oh, sorry. Black and green.
Yeah.
You can see it.
And it's at this point where the penny drops and you start to think about Ash. The previous science guy was taken off the mission 2 days earlier and he's put on and some of the looks and faces and he knows things and it's just like, yes. 10 on 10, mate.
I was wondering when the science guy was like, oh, don't kill that monster. And, you know, he opened the airlock to let them in the first place. I was like, why are you so cool with endangering your own life?
Yeah.
Ash starts sweating white. I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is that? He fully heel turns as not letting her leave. He closes the door in front of her. He tries...
Have it. Holy shit, Ash turns heel on Ripley. I love wrestling.
He tries to kill Ripley by stuffing a magazine down her throat.
It's disgusting.
It's kind of like the facehugger was doing, I guess, you know?
Ah, yeah.
Like easier ways to kill people, like, but
Yes, there are.
but none more terrifying.
It's awful.
than down the throat. And then Black Engineer,
Or as I call him, Token.
Token, gets a fire extinguisher and smashes Ash's head right off his
It
shoulders.
was cool.
Oh shit, he's a robot. He's a fucking android. That's awesome. And it makes sense.
What a massive plot twist.
Sure, he doesn't care about his own life.
I don't think he gives a fuck about anything. He just has his mission and he'll do whatever it takes to bring this alien back.
Yeah. And I love the white candle wax thing. It's like, I think it's a great way to show gore with not showing any gore.
Yeah. It's like Mortal Kombat on the Super NES because it didn't have the blood code.
Everyone,
ABAC, ABB.
Yeah,
Or 212 down up if you had the Master System, like I did. So when you punch them, it was like yellow vomit or sweat.
this kind of milk candle white stuff here, it's actually pasta, caviar, milk, and marbles. See, there was like these kind of chain...
I thought it was like anal beads.
Yeah. I love those little chain balls.
You're going to say I love anal beads?
No. But I do love his shit-eating grin. And he's like, yeah, my sympathies. Yeah, it's the perfect predator, you know, the killing machine. Oh, my God.
He admires it.
Token fries him with the flamethrower, showing its power and ending the mutiny. And we're down to 3 people. Hey, that's enough for Plan D. Set off the self-destruct system and get the fuck out of town. Whilst Parker and Lambert are gathering life support supplies, the alien ambushes them, puncturing the guy with his mouth in a mouth. Oh, we get to see its stinger tail hook. And it goes between Lambert's legs. I was like, what this like a rapey vibe.
There is a massive rapey vibe going off it.
I was like, geez, the mouth thing, and then what a terrible way to die. Oh my God. So Ripley, she's the last one alive.
Yeah.
She is the final girl. Both a term in horror, who's the last one standing, and an awesome PG horror film. So if you have any, I don't know, younger kids that want to get into horror, Final Girls. Awesome. Yeah. It's a kayfabe breaking as well. People step through the cinema screen into a 70s horror film, so they know they're in a horror film, but they're actually in it, and there's a guy coming to kill them. It's really great. She starts to self-destruct, giving us a 10-minute countdown. I love how the emergency destruct system isn't like a button or a couple of buttons. It's this like hatch where you open it and you have to screw in these big drills.
It's much cooler because, you know, for all she knows, the alien is a couple of feet away from her and she has to use 2 hands to get this done. It's just really good way of ramping up more tension as well.
Awesome. But Alien blocks her path. She's able to retrieve the cat. What a baby face.
Yeah.
Because that is completely unnecessary for you to escape.
Ripley is heading back to the ship and she kind of turns a corner and the alien's there and she kind of backs up against the wall and slowly kind of slinks away. Her face during this bit is hilarious. This needs to be a meme.
What is it like?
She just has this like stroke face. It's hilarious.
With the alien out of sight, Ripley boards the escape ship. The Narcissus!
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed success.
Wow.
Ouch! You sit down and there's like forks on the seat, is it? The Nostromo explodes and Ripley's done it. She's escaped. Or has she?
It exploded about 4 times, by the way.
That was weird.
It
What
was
happened
very
there?
strange.
They were different explosions. Like they
Yeah.
stopped and then they exploded again. And you get the cool kind of blinding blue and white kind of flash. That was cool. Ridley Scott actually had to fight for extra funding to give us this 4th act. Okay, so we're on the escape ship. Oh, thank God we're on the way home. And we get to see her stripped to her underwear. Completely unnecessary.
But I don't think it's like overly sexualized. She's still just going about her business. She just happens to be doing it in a vest and jocks. I do like how she puts the cat in the sleep chamber for her. So it's like, at very least, Jonesy is safe.
He can terrorize another group of survivors.
Exactly.
Like, she attends to a console and, oh, fuck! The aliens nested aboard the ship. So she bails to the cloakroom.
I thought how she got into that suit was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like just the terror in her face, and she's trying to do it as quietly and as easily as possible. She acted the bollocks out of that. Well done, love.
She puts on a spacesuit and has the amazing idea to strap herself into the chair, flush it out with explosive decompression. She rallies herself, singing "You Are My Lucky Star," which was Sigourney Weaver's idea, and Ridley Scott was furious at her because it was really expensive to get the rights to that song.
Oh, right, okay. The alien looks really shit when it's out of the ship and it crawls back in. It's the one part in the movie where it looks like a bloke in a suit.
Yeah, this is so you get a good look at him here.
Yeah.
And it is.
Kind of sad.
Yeah. The alien is sucked out, but it's still hanging onto the door. She shoots it with a grappling hook, which knocks him out, but the gun catches in the closing door.
That was awesome. That was like, fucking really? Really? You'd be so pissed.
So it tethers the still alive alien who attempts to crawl into the engine. Ripley activates them, blasting it into space. That's awesome. It just kept coming back, just like a slasher monster.
Yeah.
It just can't be killed with these things that should kill it. The other thing is, you just flushed it out into space. It should freeze.
Yeah.
Really? No.
It has acid for fucking blood.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And you turned space engines on it, and it didn't obliterate it. It didn't even cut it in two.
Yeah.
It just pushed him away. It was like, fucking hell. Ridley gives the ship a final log entry and gets into stasis for the voyage home. The original ending was the alien bit off Ripley's head and gives the ship's log in her voice.
Oh, Jesus. Thank God that didn't happen.
As a rough end. It was never filmed, though.
I would have been okay if the alien had killed Ripley and won, because like that's the ultimate way of getting the alien over. But I'm glad that they didn't. Ripley's such a good character. She's the anchor for the whole fucking series, you know?
Awesome. Curtain down. Let's take it to the aftermath. See you.
My lucky star, I saw you from afar.
Welcome to the aftermath. What do you think of the film?
That's a good movie. Okay, right. First of all, I'm just going to get the few things that I didn't like out of the way. There are bits of it that are cheap. They kind of take me out of the movie. Anything that's in the background, like planets or space or things blowing up, they just look a bit shitty. There's 2 times where the alien looks a bit shitty. There's the whang! And there's the bit at the end where it's coming out of the ship and climbing back up to the engine blocks. And it just looks like a bloke in a suit. I thought the first 30 minutes are a bit slow, but that's fine because it's ramping up tension. And that's it. The rest is all praise. This movie's terrifying. The alien is one of the coolest and most frightening bad guys in cinema history. I love the character of Ripley. I think she's a badass. I think it was very brave that they killed the kind of male lead and she took over, making your own weapons, shitty weapons that are never going to kill. You know you're pretty much going out to die. Fucking awesome. The motion tracker is awesome. The set was amazing. I love how it looks. I love the drip feeding of info about Ash and his mission, and I can't say enough good things about it. This is an all-time classic. It's one of the best Thor movies there is. Everyone should see this. Buy this movie.
Yes.
It's awesome.
You know when a film is so good, it influences filmmaking for the rest of time?
Yes.
That's this film. A perfect slasher. It was 1 hour 56 for me. Freaking flew by. It uses sci-fi so well. Like, it's just a framework for we're so far away from help. We're powerless and we're against a powerful, unknown, stalking villain. Here's some makeshift weapons.
Was this the movie where the tagline was in space, no one can hear you scream?
Yeah, that's it.
That's a perfect tagline as well, isn't it? That's really good.
Knocked it out of the park. The android was a great revelation that made his motivations make sense. It was really cool that the main character was a woman, especially for what a woman! Like a female lead was a rarity in sci-fi films. You actually notice everyone calls each other by their last name.
Yeah.
Because when they're casting, they could cast them for a man or a woman. And they didn't initially intend for Ripley to be a woman. And then she auditioned. I was like, holy shit, she's awesome. Yeah, she's
like
in.
Perfect for it.
So they were only had to change a few pronouns from the script and ready to go. And they didn't tailor it to a woman as well, which is awesome.
This movie, like in 1979, has done more to make a woman a man's equal or even better than most things I can think of that have come out since.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
She's great.
And sure, she inspired Samus as well.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't find the music memorable. I know the composer Jerry Goldsmith was furious that Ridley Scott changed and removed most of the score. He was even using temp tracks from Goldsmith's other work and put that in instead. So, he was furious about it. I loved how tight and logical and forward-moving this film is. There's no hot-dogging or grandstanding. This is a perfectly paced horror film. Every line is in there for a reason, and it gives you a little bit of information that'll come back later. It's, oh my God, this is a 10. Holy fucking shit. Oh my God.
I also love how, as the movie goes on, it gets faster and faster and things happen faster, and it makes you feel panicky. Oh, it's awesome.
Cinematography was amazing in it, just the grandeur of it. I hadn't seen this film in over 15 years, and I was like, I forgot how goddamn good this film is. So I don't think I even appreciated it back in 2003 or in the 90s, when I first watched it. Overall, 10 on 10. Holy shit. Amazing film. Go watch it. Go buy it. Yeah. So
I think I'll give it like a 9.5.
I will give it a 10.5.
A big smelly 9.5.
Ooh, what did our bra Keaton think of this film?
Can I coke to him, by the way?
Thank you so much.
Seriously.
Oh my God.
It's nice to sit down and watch something that's awesome and not be a cynical prick. It's just splooge all over this movie. Yeah.
He says, originally I was going to ask you guys to watch one of my favourite bad movies, Street Fighter.
Of course!
Raul Julia. His last film, no doubt.
Well, if you're going to go out, you may as well go out on top.
There we go. Street Fighter or Batman and Robin.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
But after seeing some of the schlock you had lined up, I thought I would be nice. Alien is one of my favourite films and I could gush about it for hours, so I'll try and keep it short. The cast, led by Sigourney Weaver in her first major role, is excellent, and Ripley remains the gold standard for sci-fi heroines. The Nostromo itself is a character, the perfect setting full of dark and mechanical hallways. Of course, the most important aspect is the alien itself, a mixture of mechanical and biological, sexual and violent, H.R. Geiger's creature, xenomorph, if you will. It was and still is goddamn horrifying.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, the greatest horror monster in cinema. Yep.
Yeah.
The chest burster scene is still graphic and disturbing in 2017, even though the alien skittering away afterwards is hilarious. It is, yeah. Aliens is equally phenomenal, but the shift to action strips the xenomorph of the pure horror built up in Alien. 10 out of 10, avoid resurrection at all costs. Thanks, Keaton. And thank you, brah.
Yeah, seriously.
And off the back of this film, you can easily make a sequel. And if that's a success, boom, you can make Alien films for the rest of time. And they did.
Ridley Scott has said that they're making 3 more movies, prequel movies. And he says that by the time you get to the end of those, you'll know exactly where the alien came from. Like,
I'm not watching 3 more Prometheus films.
They're called Alien now. The next one is Alien Covenant.
It better not. No, I'm not going to say it better not be Pollock. I'll watch it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Of course you'll watch it.
Doesn't matter.
You'll pay to go see it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
And if we don't like it, we'll make a podcast about it.
Deal. This was a complete story but had so much mystery, so much room for growth and lore. Dying to watch the next film. And we will next time on Nogger You Film Review. And remember, you can watch all of our other Nogger You film reviews. If you actually go onto the main page, there's like a tab, a feature tab with a picture behind it, and you can just click that and it'll give you all of the posts so you can see them.
Nice.
Rock and roll. So, to go bye from V1.
Take a boo.
And myself, Jay Hunter. Remember, a winner is you.
Oh, no. Not again.
Check, please.